So with just over a month to go until the playoffs, there's a lot of teams in the NBA that are not going to make that goal. But underneath that potential disappointment is a real opportunity. After all, some of the NBA's best teams this year got there by riding momentum they gained at the end of last year. Welcome to Signs of Life, a series I'm going to be starting to take a look at interesting developments on those teams and highlight some guys taking advantage of that opportunity. So former number 2 overall pick James Wiseman got some positive press last week when this crazy dunk over Nick Richards went viral, and rightfully so. It's nasty. But quiet as kept, Wise has put together the best stretch of his playing career this year, and there's some legit reasons on both ends to be excited for his development. I thought the Pistons' recent game against the Hornets really highlighted some of his strengths and possible improvement areas, so we'll use that one to take a deeper look. So the very first positive is also the most obvious. Wiseman is a frightening athlete for his size, and screening actions are one place where this fact shines. Defenders have a habit of getting lost completely in Wiseman's screens because of how hard he is to get around. Setting good screens isn't sexy, but creating space for a pull-up shooter like this is great for your offense, especially when they can also draw the defense and throw beautiful lobs over the top like Sasser does here. Wiseman's frequency and efficiency both right at the rim and in the 3 to 10 foot range are at career high rates as of March 15th per Basketball Reference, and combined with his natural offensive rebounding talents, you have a big who can make an impact without a play being run for him, and who can be a safety valve for guards in the paint. Late in the shot clock, watch as both Fontecchio and Wiseman relocate to give Fournier an empty side to attack from. As soon as Richards commits to the drive, it's an easy bounce pass to Wise for 2. On defense, that same size makes him very hard to score on when he's in position. Bridges is a great athlete, but gains no advantage at the rim here as Wise goes straight up. In the second half, he gets a bit of space on Cade and tries again. Same result. Impressive stuff. Now that we touched on the good, let's take a look at some of the things he can improve on going forward, starting with pick and roll defense. So firstly, I think the Pistons have made an effort to simplify some of his reads and help slow down the game for him a bit. He's basically always going to drop and let the guard recover to the ball handler so he can handle rebounding and rim protection, which can lead to some easy shots from floater range against him. I do think he's capable of more aggressive coverages in the future though, as he shows here against Miller with a nice contest. Staying in the pick and roll, Wise does a good job here of giving his guard time to get back into the play, but he stays about a second or so too long, which opens up an opportunity for Brandon Miller in the corner when Fournier leaves him to help on the big. The Hornets didn't take advantage that time, but here after a similar mistake, even with him recovering and getting a decent contest, it's still a layup for Nick Richards. I also want to see Wiseman use his strength more to carve out space down low. Here after the shot, Wiseman technically gets a body on Richards, but he's not low enough to create leverage or a good enough position to attack the ball, so Richards explodes through him to get the offensive rebound and foul. On this play, he doesn't properly block out Bertans on the post-up, which leads to a turnover. Had he been a bit stronger pre-catch here, he has Bertans on a mismatch with a ton of space to get to his left side on the rim, and if Richards stays with him at the rim, Grimes is open for 3 in the corner. This play leads us to our last point, off-ball positioning. Wiseman does get back in time here, but by the time he realizes there's been a switch and Miller is his man, the shot's already being released. Here he leaves the paint wide open to cover a non-shooter, which Grant Williams takes advantage of after sealing Fournier. Ideally, you'd want him to be early and help to discourage a shot at the rim, and here he does exactly that, and Williams forces up this miss as a result. Some of this probably feels like nitpicking, and maybe it is. But with the talent in the league as good as it is right now, the difference between great defense and bad defense has never been as small. Wiseman's gifts are so clear that just cleaning up some of this stuff could help earn him more minutes and hopefully a productive career down the road. Wiseman was only 19 years old when he made his debut for the Warriors in the 2021 season, that after only playing 3 games while at Memphis due to some issues with the NCAA, which means he essentially went from a high school player of the year to one of the most intricate teams in the NBA with almost no time in between. It's easy to forget because he's been on our radar for so long, but he's only 22 right now, with less than 2,500 minutes in his career so far. For comparison, second-year big and third-place finisher in last year's Rookie of the Year award Walker Kessler is also 22 and has played over 500 more minutes so far. Wiseman is a free agent next year, and if his most used lineup's next to Cade Cunningham since the All-Star break are any indication, there's a lot he could offer a team with a dynamic ball handler who could take advantage of his play finishing. Either way, he's been a fun watch for me this year, and I'll be looking forward to what he does next. To close us out, here's a word from the man himself.
James, congratulations on the win. Before the game, Monty Williams was talking about you. He said, I just love his approach. He has the best attitude. How's your attitude tonight?
Man, just taking it one game at a time and just as I come in, just making a huge impact and just trying to control the things that I can.
You guys had a big early lead against them, and they made a run at the end of the second quarter. But you guys came out on a 15-4 run to open the third. How were you guys able to get the momentum back?
Just to stay connected. As Coach always say, just stay right here, stay poised. Just stay connected, and then as we stay connected, we can be able to make big plays and be able to get this win.